Come along with us in Maine as we navigate another campground power outage, explore charming shops and wells, soak up the sun at Ogunquit Beach, stroll the scenic Marginal Way, and head out on a lobstering adventure with a crew from Perkins Cove. We hope you enjoy the video, and if you do, give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. It's free and really helps us out. So we're here at Moody Beach in Wells, Maine, and part of the park's had power issues since we've been here. And not our section, but other sections, they've moved some people around and this and that. And they've had a couple of generators running in the park. Well, they've had an electrical group here for a couple of days, and they've been digging, and I guess they had to replace a line, like a cable underground, I think. But anyway, they say the power's going to go out here anywhere between 12:30 today and 3:30 today, today being Thursday. And so they can tie it in and finish the repairs, I guess. So when that happens, I'm going to go fire up the generator, plug us in, and I'm going to go try to find where they're working and get some shots of that. So, yeah, it's part of life at campgrounds. Only half an hour late. It's 1 o'clock, a little after 1, and the power just went out, so I'm going to go fire the generator. Okay, she's all fired up and plugged in. I'm going to walk over and try to see where they're doing the work. Some digging activities going on over here. Looks like they might be doing some transformer work over here, some sort. They're digging over behind this camper. Woo, there it goes. Definitely seems to be filling in a ditch. Looks like they have dug all the way up through here, probably replaced the feed cable. My guess, and based on what I've heard. Yeah, it comes all the way down the road, cuts through here and runs back to there, back to that junction. They had that generator running for the last couple of days. So I got everything shut down now so they can tie in the new cable. That's my best guess. The gentleman in the cart that's driving away was telling me this generator back here that I already showed you. And there was like 4 others in the park, but they weren't that big. They were all like 250s or whatever. He says twice somebody hit the stop button on them, and on this big one, when they hit the stop button, I guess it took out the fuel pump. They had to bring in another one. And he said that the ranger had to like talk to a few people that were standing around one of the other ones that the button had been hit on, and they asked them what they were doing. They were trying to fix it. He says, what makes you think you can fix it? So they were going to call Corporate 1,000 Trails on them, according to this gentleman. And the guy's like, go ahead, call, you know. I mean, holy crap, people, you know. I said to the gentleman, I says, yeah, they live among us, and you must see it all the time. I says, I only have to deal with my neighbors. You have to deal with everybody here at the park all the time. So he goes, yeah. So anyway, that's the deal. It was a feed line that I pointed out between these 2 transformers, and they're getting close to finishing up, hopefully. I mean, they were making the terminations down here, and they're backfilling the trenches, and they don't need the power off the backfill, so hopefully we'll have power soon. And like I say, I'm running the generator right now anyway. I got a little bit of gas in the generator I really want to burn out, so this is helping. The staff here at Moody Beach did a great job communicating the outage. These are text messages I received, so we knew a day ahead the approximate time window for the outage. And then on the day of the outage, they let us know that the power was back on, so we didn't have to guess or keep checking. We've camped at parks where outage work was scheduled but never communicated, and found out the hard way. So hats off to the staff at Moody Beach. Moody Beach Campground, Wells, Maine. I went ahead and policed the site. Here's the take. One well-used dog toy, chunk of rubber, wire tie, a seashell, little piece of felt like off a foot on something. It's got adhesive on one side. Top to a water bottle, looks like some other scrap paper, 1 cigarette butt, and some push pins. Okay, so make campgrounds clean again. Mecca, MCCA. If we all do our part, we'll all have a better camping experience. Ogunquit Beach. Elaine is out there in the surf. Perkins Cove is up the coastline that way. Marginal Way is a walking path that runs along the coast there.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Are you a little cold now? But you got Papa's Indian blanket. That's warming you up.
No.
No. No.
It definitely looks like a place that I want to climb on. Look, here are ducks.
Yes, a whole bunch of them.
Under the boughs where the shadows play, the wind hums songs at the break of day. Whispering pines, secrets untold, carrying tales only the forest holds. Moonlight spills through the velvet dark, etching patterns, leaving its mark. The roots stretch deep, the earth's gentle sigh, a lullaby sung to the open sky. Oh, whispering pines, sing me your tune, caught in the rhythm of the stars and the moon. Teach me the language of rustling leaves, stories that linger on the breath of the breeze.
Going to.
The dawn paints gold on the mountain's crown, while rivers whisper truth as they flow down. And their songs entwine with the trees that stand, knotted in time by nature's hand. Each echoing step on the forest floor opens a world through an ancient door.
Mic check, mic check. Is there anybody named Mike on board?
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome aboard the Finest Kind. My name's Kai. This is Captain Tom. Throughout the trip, we'll be using some nautical terminology. So the front of the boat will be referred to as the bow, the back of the boat, the stern. When you're facing forward, your right side is starboard, and your left side is port. An easy way to remember this is port and left both only have 4 letters. You'll see some blackbirds perch up on the rocks off either side of the boat. These birds are cormorants. Cormorants are a diving bird that can dive up to 80 feet underwater to catch our fish. Where you see rocks a bit out of place along the Marginal Way, those are reinforcements that had to be brought in after the perfect storm of 1991 washed away large sections of the walk.
You could be Andy. You want to switch?
No, it's fine. I want him. Is he a boy?
Keeper.
I'm mad right now. I have to face
So that kicking motion the lobster's doing, underwater, that can be used to repel at up to 13 miles an hour in reverse. This is a great escape technique.
Come here.
Hey, can I touch
Okay, stay right there.
She is not afraid of anything. Not afraid of anything.
She's like
hold
that.
the crabs.
Touch her right there. Now you're crabby.
Lobsters are in this trap. So you do want to make a guess. I see some 2s. Yeah, you all hold up some fingers. Tell me how many lobsters are going to be in this trap. I see a 6. I like that. 2s, 10, 3. A lot of 3s, 4s, 5s. Any zeros? You say 0? I think I see 1 0 in the back. So all bets are in.
So good, too.
Hope so.
Maybe you get the one.
Maybe.
Oh, that's what I
It's
want.
10.
Maybe
Oh, there's a lot more than 2. 4.
All right, who said 4?
Keep them up. Winners.
Oh, a couple winners.
I got 4.
All right.
All right, you lucky winners. I'll tell you your prize. It's an amazing opportunity experience. About 4:15 today. We'd love for you to come back and join us on the dock to help us clean the boat. You'll get to see the whole process.
Nice one. Yeah, look at that one. Female.
Look at that big boy.
So that is
Go back in.
Gotta go back
big
in.
female and it's got the V notch.
Nice to see this. We love to see this.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, we're going to bring around a couple and show you what a male and a female, the difference and why you should know that.
It's on one.
So if you like the claw meat, take a male. If you like the tail meat, get a female, okay? If the restaurant says, oh, we don't know, you say you're in the wrong restaurant. We don't know, seriously. Oh, we don't
That
do that.
lobster at one point was caught with eggs.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, there you go. There's a great example of a lobster that has eggs. We're going to give her a V-notch so that she's now protected.
We're going to bring her around. She's got 5,283 eggs.
Rain Man.
Oh.
So you can see
Eggs,
all
yeah.
those eggs in there.
I'm betting $1 million is in there.
A million?
Very close. Starting this process, they won't have enough energy. They'll actually get stuck halfway out of their shell. This can be a cause of death for large lobsters.
I'm waiting.
You want to hold it? All right, so you're going to grab one hand here.
Hang on tight, don't
Put
let
your
her
other
go.
hand right here, okay? There you go. You got him.
Yeah.
Is not afraid.
Okay, she's gonna take a picture of you, Atlanta. Look over here.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Take that back. All right.
Good job.
As you can see here on the male lobster, those hard shell-like swimrats. On the female, these soft and feather-like ones. Public access buttons to open and close the bridge. There were a few incidents, one involving a sailboat. They got the bridge closed on it, which did not end well for the sailboat, unfortunately. So now the harbor master and a select few sailboats have buttons to open and close the bridge. As we come back to the dock, I'd just like to say on behalf of myself, Captain Tom, and all of us here at the Finest Kind, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We hope you had a good time. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your stay here in Ogunquit. Thank you.
We booked our lobster cruise online at finestkindcruises.com. Finest Kind is a family-owned, Maine-based tour boat company. They provide scenic and educational boat trips along the Ogunquit and York coastline. The Lobster Cruise was just one of the cruise options that they offer. The cruise was under 1 hour in duration, and we believe the price was very reasonable. Should you book a Finest Kind cruise, we certainly hope you enjoy yours as much as we enjoyed ours. Join us next week as we travel to Massachusetts and set up camp at Gateway to Cape Cod RV Campground in Rochester. We'll take you along for all the fun we had exploring Cape Cod, including a special reunion with friends we haven't seen since 2015. Our granddaughter Elena had an amazing time, and so did we. We truly hope you're enjoying our camping and travel adventures. If you are, please give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. It's free and really helps support what we do. Thank you for watching and safe travels. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please like and subscribe. And also, click on the bell icon. That way you'll be notified when new material hits our channel. From Rohn and Jacki at HEISTMAN'S HIT THE ROAD, have a great day and thanks for watching.